Hey guys, so every single time we do one of these vlogs, you guys continue to say more, which is awesome. We appreciate the fact that you're interested. So we're doing more. So Happy New Year, 2022. It's gonna be a great year. Take you around the shop, let you know what we're working on. We actually have a pretty good group of cars here. It's actually almost every single car that we work on is on a lift right now, almost. We've got a Huracan, we don't have an R8, we don't have a McLaren, but yeah. Good little group. So behind me is a C900 Porsche that we're doing for a customer, I believe in North Carolina, might be in South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. It is a Spider, which is kind of fun, convertible. We're doing the C900 build with a Motec package, which is absolutely awesome. So it is our C900 turbo kit, our intercoolers, Y-pipe plenum from IPD, a meth kit, that is then controlled by the Motec. So the meth is controlled by the Motec as well. So we can progress it in, we can tip fueling in to merge the fueling and the meth, and we can also have safeties that you couldn't have on the factory ECU. So that's really cool, and in my opinion, well worth the money to save your $50,000 engine. But yeah, C900, it's gonna make 900 horsepower. We're hopefully gonna deliver that by the end of next week. He's almost done with it, about to light it up probably tomorrow. So that's fun. The Motec system really makes those cars, in my opinion, a lot more drivable and usable than a factory ECU does. Definitely a lot safer. Then we have a C8 Corvette. This is a local customer, a good buddy of mine actually, Tom. He is getting some brakes, lowering kit, side skirts, lip. I'm not really 100% sure what else, but yeah, he's a great customer and actually just a really good buddy. Him and his wife are just really good friends. So he brought it in here. We did his son's car, and then we're doing his Corvette as well. He's actually got a couple of Ferraris that he hasn't brought to me, which I'm a little offended. So Tom, I'm gonna expect you to drop the pista off when you pick this one up. This is what I'm gonna need for the next project. So here we have Chris's 2,000 horsepower GTR that we are building. We're trying to get this car ready for GTR World Cup, which we should be able to get it done. And we're just gonna shake it down there. He has not driven a car at this power level yet, and we wanna get him comfortable behind the wheel for Texas. So we're gonna try to get this car ready for him to at least shake down at GTR World Cup. So I'll kind of show you a couple of things going on this thing. You know, there's just a lot of tedious stuff when it comes to these bigger horsepower GTRs that is a lot different than a normal like 1,300 horsepower car that takes so much more time and intricate detail. And I just think that some of the listeners or viewers or whatever might be interested in hearing more about that. So, I mean, you have to think about the fact that every single thing is not routed like factory, nor is it routed in a factory location. So your fuel system, your catch can system, your intercooler piping, nothing is in a factory location. Everything is aftermarket, which a lot of the builds are, but they'll go kind of in the factory designed locations. Just say the fuel lines. Like an aftermarket fuel line for GTR still runs in the factory designed location. In a car like this, it does not. So just to give you an example, I was talking with Brent, who's building this car this morning, and he was telling me how yesterday he spent almost 3/4 of the day literally just running fuel lines and breather lines into the positions they needed to go, and then mounting all of the fender liners so that he knows that everything fits, and then trimming everything around the intercooler pipes just so that everything can securely, you know, be as factory as possible, but it's not really factory at all. So he spent 6 hours doing that. On a slower horsepower GTR, that would be 30 minutes. So yeah, I don't know, it's just really interesting. There's absolutely nothing that is the same as factory, and it takes so much time. People don't understand or realize, I don't think, the amount of tedious work it takes to get something at this level, you know, to be just as attention to detail as possible. Just to give you an idea, like a regular, say 1,300 horsepower GTR, it might take a week, maybe 40 hours, we'll call it, to assemble, just to do the assembly of the engine and then put the engine in the car. Maybe more, maybe 50 hours, something like this. This will be a month. I mean, this will literally be hundreds of hours of labor. Custom running lines, making custom lines, and we do all of that with the high pressure hose. It's just It's very interesting the amount of extra little detail that it takes to do. And you think, oh, it's 1,500 horsepower versus 21 or 2,200 horsepower. It's not that big a deal. It's just different rods and pistons and turbo kit. It's really not. As it goes up, the attention, the span of time it takes, and then also like everything's got to be perfect. Everything's got to be safety wired. Everything's got to be Loctited. Everything's got to be checked and double checked, because a tiny itty bitty little thing at that power level causes, well, catastrophe. So anyway, Brent's doing a good job making that happen. So then we have the Triple F car that is just getting buttoned up to go home, honestly. Changed a couple little things on the turbo kit that we wanted to make sure was updated to the most latest thing, just some hose routing and stuff, oil change, and just getting rid of this car ready to rock and roll and head home. I think that's leaving next week. You guys have heard a lot about that car. There's been a lot of video out there, so I don't need to go into too much detail there. Over here we have Barry's Porsche. Yeah, that's the Porsche. Can you tell? Can you tell? Yeah, it's weird. Barry's Huracan. Barry's got so many cars, maybe I forgot which one it was. Barry's Huracan. This is the one in the video last time I was telling you we were having little issues with trying to figure out line pressures and clutches and so on and so forth, and how everything's not just a bed of roses without any of the thorns. This one definitely we rolled around into some thorns, but that's okay. We're all right with it. So we got everything back. We pressure tested everything. Dodson pressure tested everything. We did every bit of a due diligence we possibly could to make sure that we rectified the issue, which we're pretty sure that we did. And she is back together as of just about an hour ago, and we're gonna put it on the dyno and check it out. So pretty excited. Yeah, we'll call it excited about checking that out. So yeah, honestly, we're getting ready for GTR World Cup, getting quite a few cars ready. My blue Porsche will be there. This Huracan will be there, Lord willing. That GTR will be there. And I think we got a couple of other GTRs, and then maybe a McLaren going with us as well. So yeah, 2 weeks until we leave for that event. No, not even. Oh my gosh, it's a week and a half before we leave for that event. So yeah, if you're down there, if you're at GTR World Cup, please stop and say hey. We'll be doing some live videos, some live Instagram, doing some updates, and we got a couple of fun things going on down there. So looking forward to it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll try to do another one of these next week as we're kind of wrapping up, getting everything done for World Cup, and give you more of these because everybody just keeps on asking for more. So thanks so much. We appreciate all of you guys. Till next time.